McCarthy shrinking down the issue of fear mongering have created a climate of fear and suspicion across the country, raising the question in households across the nation, who are the un-American Americans amongst us?
Any man who has been named by either a senator of a committee or a congressman is dangerous to the welfare of this nation.
President Eisenhower refuses to engage directly with McCarthy. In a letter to his brother, however, Eisenhower explains, as for McCarthy, only a short-sighted or completely inexperienced individual would urge the use of the office of the presidency to give an opponent the publicity he is so
Monsieur, I didn't hear you come in. You frightened me half to death.
Wouldn't want to do that. There are so many better ways to die. Is everything ready?
Oui.
Good. Cook.
You called, sir.
Everything on schedule.
Dinner will be ready at 7:30. Sharp.
Right on time. You have your instructions?
Oui.
Very well then. Let the games begin. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I'm not sure if I'm in
Yes,
the right...
indeed, you are expected, Colonel.
How do you know
It
who
is Colonel Mustard, isn't it?
Oh, no, that's not my name. My name is Colonel
Oh,
Vance.
I believe it's been recommended that you use a pseudonym tonight.
No, thank you. I took an antihistamine before I came.
Oh, God. May I take your coat?
Oh, all right. I suppose I...
Not to worry, Colonel. It's just the maid in the hall with the champagne cork.
Champion.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
This way, monsieur.
Oh, thank you. Are you expecting someone else?
Indeed. Be with you in a moment, sir.
Follow me, Colonel.
With pleasure, my dear.
Do come in, madam. You are expected.
Do you
Welcome.
know? Do you know who I am?
Only that you are a socialite to be known this evening as Miss White.
Yes, it said so in my letter, but why am
Miss
I
White,
here?
may I introduce you? This is the maid, Yvette. I see you two know each other.
We've never met. Champion. I think not.
Please, warm yourself in the lounge.
Why? Do I look cold?
A bit.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Pleased to meet you.
I'm rarely pleased to meet anyone.
More?
Oh, yes.
Bonjour, madame. Please come in from the rain.
Miss Peacock, I presume.
What? Yes, that's me.
Cook, would you please take Miss Peacock's stole? I see you two know each other.
Don't be ridiculous. I have never seen this woman before in my life.
Champion.
My lips belong to the Lord.
Oh, then please make yourself comfortable in the lounge.
Oh, and for your hospitality, and there are a couple Benjamins under the caramels for you, butler.
How sticky.
I expect to be treated like the wife of the
Please, hold that thought. Pardon me. After you, Miss
Well.
Peacock.
Oh, my. The detail on this molding is exquisite. Oh, this is a magnificent mansion, isn't it? Ah! Who are you?
Welcome to the party.
Oh, this is turning out to be quite the crowd.
Excuse me, is this the right address?
Sit!
Oh! No, not you, sir.
Sorry.
Please, come in.
I'm afraid this letter has me rather anxious.
You must be Mr. Green.
Yes, that's exactly who I am.
Welcome, sir.
Whoa, this is nothing like what I expected.
I find if you expect nothing, then you're never disappointed.
Oh, I'm not disappointed.
Pardon me, sir.
Please arrive at 7:30 sharp Saturday evening. Well, here I am,
Professor Plum.
if you say so.
Well, well, well. And I thought I'd seen everything.
Miss Scarlet, welcome. I didn't realize you and the professor were acquainted.
We're not. The bridge is washed out from the rain, and my car broke down. This professor offered to give me a ride. I didn't realize we were headed to the same place until we arrived.
And how was your drive?
It's a long haul.
Indeed, it is a long haul, but then again, it's a very large house. This way, please.
Say, what is this god-forsaken place anyway?
Oh, this place. This is Barty Manor. Cook, dinner,
Directly.
appetizers in the lounge. After you.
Hors d'oeuvres, good, I'm starving.
Funny, I haven't much of an appetite at all.
My, this really is a party.
Good evening, all. It's a pleasure for you to see me. Ooh, cocktail hour.
There are so many of you. I didn't realize.
Right, good then. You are all here. Colonel Mustard.
Present.
Miss Scarlet. Miss White.
Yes.
Professor Plum.
Right.
Mr. Green.
That's me.
And Miss Peacock.
Oh, well, how do you do?
Greetings. I am Wadsworth, the butler. Tonight, as you may have surmised, nobody is being addressed by their real name, a courtesy your host has provided to ensure your privacy. I suggest you follow his lead and refrain from revealing too much about yourselves this evening, as you never know when the night...
Sorry, I'm a bit clumsy, I suppose.
Mr. Wadsworth, you were saying you never know when. What?
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 This way, please. We really oughtn't keep her waiting. Cook can get cranky sometimes. Ladies and gentlemen, please. The dining room is this way. Follow me. You'll find your names beside your places.
Colonel
Who am I again?
Colonel Mustard,
right
down
here.
there.
Miss
Peacock.
Miss Peacock, you're right here.
So, this place at the head of the table, is that for you?
Indeed, no, sir. I'm merely a humble butler.
What exactly do you do?
I buttle, sir.
Dinner.
Thank you, cook.
Well, now, Butler, what exactly is going on here? This dinner party?
Ours not to reason why. Ours but to do and die.
Die?
Merely quoting, sir. Alfred, Lord Tennyson.
I prefer Kipling myself. Do you like Kipling, Colonel?
Sure, I'll eat anything. So, who is our host? Is this where he sits?
All in good time, sir.
What is that smell? Something familiar.
Shark's fin soup.
Oh, my favorite.
I know.
Bon appetit.
Oh, my, this is delicious. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy. Well, I guess I'll get the ball rolling. I mean, I'll break the ice. I'm used to being a hostess. It's an integral part of my life as the wife of a... well, I forget we're not supposed to be telling each other who we really are. Well, I mean, in that case, I have no idea what is going on, but I am very intrigued, and, oh, this soup is delicious, isn't it?
I know who you are.
You do?
I work in Washington.
Washington? She must be a politician's wife, Miss Peacock.
Why, yes, I am.
Who's your husband? Maybe I know him.
Well, Mrs. White, you've been awfully quiet. What does your husband do?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Well, he just lies around on his back all day.
How lazy.
Not necessarily.
Oh, sorry. A bit accident prone.
That'll be $5, mister.
Sorry?
Oh, Mr. Green, what do you do in Washington?
Oh, I'd better not say. I like to follow the rules.
Well, if I weren't trying to keep the conversation going, we'd all be sitting here in an embarrassed silence.
Are you afraid of silence, Miss Peacock?
No, yes. Why?
In my professional opinion, it seems you suffer from what we call pressure of speech.
Is that an official diagnosis?
Are you a doctor, Professor?
Yes, in psychological medicine.
Do you practice?
No, not anymore. I currently work for the U.S. government.
Ah, another politician.
Not exactly. I do research for you-know-who.
Who?
A branch of the United Nations organization, the World Health Organization.
You know who. It's an acronym.
I have a sister who's a gymnast.
You are a real colonel, correct?
I am, sir.
Aren't you going to mention the coincidence that you also live in Washington, D.C., Colonel?
How did you know that?
Oh, I've seen you before.
So, Miss Scarlet, does this mean you live in Washington too?
Sure do.
Well, do any of us not live in Washington?
Ugh.
Right. Besides him, does that mean this is about the Red Scare?
I'm not a communist. I'm a Republican.
Wadsworth, we've had about enough of this. Where is our host, and why have we been brought here?
Speak of the devil. Pardon me, please. Thank you.
Hey, I've got an idea.
Oh, good thinking, Miss Scarlet.
What are we doing?
The acoustic coupling between the door and the glass allows sound waves to travel from one side to the other.
Oh.
All the guests have
Interesting.
arrived as expected, sir. Yes. Everything is going according to plan.
Interesting.
We will meet you in the study.
Study. Interesting. I love to study.
Well,
Oh,
I need more
I
wine.
need mahogany
Well,
floor.
look who's back.
oh, for goodness sake, Butler, who was that at the door? I demand to know what is going on.
May I interest any of you in fruit or dessert?
No!
Okay. Well, then, may I suggest we adjourn to the study for coffee and brandy, at which point your newly arrived host will reveal his intentions for the evening, your letters will be explained, and the game will be afoot.
Coffee? Brandy?
Thank you, Yvette. That will be all.
Oui, monsieur.
Well, where is our host?
He's not here. Nobody's here. What is happening?
Cigarette. It'll calm your nerves.
Oh, I don't smoke.
For Wadsworth. Open after dinner. It's for you.
Right. All right. Are you comfortable?
I make a good living.
Oh, out with it, Wadsworth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it seems the six of you have all received the same letter.
Hey,
For some Ooh! Wrong paragraph. It will be to your advantage to be present on this date because Mr. Party will bring to end a certain long-standing, confidential, and painfully financial liability.
Is that what
That's
yours
what mine
was?
says.
what it said.
It seems the six of you all have one thing in common.
Oh, that tyrant McCarthy. We're all being blacklisted, aren't we?
Close, Colonel. You're all being blackmailed. For some considerable amount of time, all of you have been paying more than you can afford to somebody who threatens to expose you.
What could someone possibly have to blackmail me for? I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, lady. Don't we all?
Anybody else wish to deny it? Until you received your letters, you hadn't a clue who was blackmailing you, and now I'm sure even the least discerning amongst you has put together that the man behind your blackmail is none other than Mr. Body himself.
And what does that tell you?
No,
And when you
Who is this body fella, you brutish butler?
Who Mr. Body is no concern of yours. Suffice it to say, he's a supporter of the House Un-American Activities Committee, and he has deemed your activities recently less than American.
How dare you?
My task this evening is to expose your secrets, rendering you all culpable to each other's indiscretion.
But we hardly know each other.
Precisely.
Don't you think you might spare us this humiliation?
I'm afraid I cannot do that. Let's start with you, Professor Plum.
Oh, this ought to be good.
It says here you are once a professor of psychiatry, specializing in pathological lying lunatics suffering delusions of grandeur.
Yes, but now I work for the U.S. government.
So your work has not changed. But you cannot practice medicine anymore, can you? Your license has been lifted, correct?
Why? What'd he do?
Well, you know what male doctors aren't supposed to do with their lady patients?
Yeah.
Yes, well, he did it.
Oh, how awful! You know, someday there will be a reckoning for men like you.
I hope so.
Me too.
How disgusting.
Are you making moral judgments, Miss Peacock?
Well,
How then do you explain taking bribes and returning Senator Peacock's vote to certain lobbyists?
My husband is a paid consultant. There's nothing sinful about that.
Not if it's publicly declared there isn't. But let's say money was slipped under the bathroom stall at Old Ebbett's Grill. How would you describe that transaction?
I'd say it stinks.
When were you in that men's room?
So it's true.
No, it's a vicious lie.
But you've been paying the blackmailer ever since your... you've been paying the blackmailer a little over a year to keep that story out of the paper. Seems a bit sticky, no?
Now see
Well,
here.
I am willing to believe you. I am too being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
So am I.
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed?
Oh, I'm being blackmailed, all right.
What'd
But
you do?
I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
Well, then, what'd you do?
I run a non-governmental agency that handles classified affairs.
Affairs in Washington.
Is that how you knew Colonel Mustard works in Washington? Is he one of your clients?
Oh, certainly not.
I was asking, Miss Scarlet.
Well, you tell him it's not true.
It's not true.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Aha, so it is true.
A double negative.
A double negative? You mean you have photographs?
Oh, good Lord.
Well, that sounds like a confession to me, Colonel. In fact, the double negative has always led to proof positive. I'm afraid you gave yourself away.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
You need no help from me, sir. But, Colonel, you hold a sensitive security post at the Pentagon, correct? I'm sure those negatives would certainly compromise your position.
And what position exactly were you caught in, Colonel?
I can tell you
This
that.
is an outrage.
Let's see. Who's next? Miss White. You've been paying our friend the blackmailer ever since your husband disappeared under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
Say what you want. I didn't kill him.
Then why are you paying the blackmailer?
I don't want another scandal, do I?
Another?
We had a very humiliating confrontation. He had threatened to kill me in public.
Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant he threatened in public to kill her.
It was all over the papers.
But he was the one who died. Not you, Miss White. Not you.
He was found dead at home, unclothed. His head had been cut off, and so had his, you know, but I didn't do it. I had been out all evening at the movies.
What was showing?
The Naked Alibi.
A likely story.
But he was your second husband, correct? Your first husband also disappeared?
That was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't a very good illusionist.
And lastly, we have Mr. Green, who we all know is...
I don't need you to unmask me, Wadsworth. I know what you're going to say about me.
You do.
Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Not me.
I beg your pardon?
You asked who is a homosexual, and I said not me.
Yes. Thank you, Colonel. But that's not it, is it, mister?
How do you mean?
You know there might be some evidence to support the question of your politics.
My politics? Since when is working for the Republican Party a crime?
You swore an oath of allegiance to the Republican Party, but you neglected to vote for Eisenhower in the last election. That's grounds for an ousting if I've ever heard one.
But voting records are confidential.
Everything has a price, Mr. Green.
So, there you have it.
Have what?
A crooked senator's wife, a lascivious doctor, a disloyal Republican, and so forth. Not exactly adhering to an all-American standard of behavior, are you?
Depends on who you ask.
But if this body fella is such a noble civilian, then why doesn't he turn us into the authorities himself?
And give up the opportunity to make a quick buck? What could be more American than that?
Apple pie.
All right, Wadsworth. So we're being blackmailed by a renegade McCarthyist. Where does that leave us?
Where is this Mr. Body?
And what does he want with us?
Oh, who cares? I've done nothing wrong. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Miss Peacock. You may stay in denial all you wish, but you cannot leave this house.
Oh, my husband is a great senator. You can't tell me what to do.
All right.
Locked?
Yes, indeed. All the doors are locked, the windows are barred, and the grounds are being patrolled by vicious dogs. There is no way out.
This is illegal!
Can't do this, Squire.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce your host for the evening and your blackmailer for life, Mr. Body.
How do you do?
I thought
Boy,
you were
we're
asking
asking
me
you
to
to
look at your
Better
show.
off dead.
Oh,
Oh, Mrs. White in the study with her knee.
Thank you. I've studied martial arts.
There is one more piece of information you might like to have.
What?
The police are arriving in less than an hour.
The police?
unless
Unless what?
you agree to double down.
And why would we agree to that?
Because if you don't, I'll take this briefcase containing all the evidence against your wrongdoings and put it in the hands of the police, the press, and the House Un-American Committee. See, with the right spin, those fellas can make a commie out of anyone. You know, I think some of you could face a lifetime of jail, and others a lifetime of shame.
How dare you?
Unless...
Unless what?
Have a seat, please.
Is it all right if I sit here? Oh, sorry, a bit accident prone.
What's this about, sir?
In this bag, there are 6 packages that I thought our guests might find useful this evening.
Packages.
Yeah, presents, if you will. I'm a generous sort of fella.
Are you?
Wadsworth, will you please see to it that each of our guests receives a gift?
Gladly.
Gifts?
Gift?
I haven't had a gift since I was 12.
Migraine.
I think that's his.
Yes, I believe that would be you. Oh,
Is there a purple one?
I'll
Can you guys
find
mark
it.
it?
Mike.
I think I see it. It's in there. Oh, yes, that's
there you
mine.
go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, where's my gift?
Colonel
oh
Mustard,
no,
ever
it's
heard
so
of
big,
patience?
actually.
Be patient, son.
Would anyone like to make a guess as to what's in your boxes?
Perfume.
Candy?
A rare single malt Scotch whiskey.
Aren't guessing games fun? Please, open them.
A candlestick. What's this for?
A wrench?
A lead pipe.
A dagger.
A revolver.
Oh, no, it's a rope.
In your hands, each of you have a lethal weapon. You all came here tonight because you believed that the evidence against you was so terrible that you would do anything to keep it a secret. Tonight, I'm putting that theory to the test.
You are?
Mr. Wadsworth here is the only other man who knows your secrets, and it's costing us all dearly to keep them quiet.
What do you mean?
Well, I wouldn't have to double your payments if I didn't have to pay Mr. Wadsworth here for his silence.
Wadsworth?
That's a lie!
He may look suave and charming,
Thank you.
but really, he's conniving and manipulative.
That's false!
Why do you think he's called the police?
You called the police?
Only because he instructed me to do so.
Did I? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can manage to get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, I'll have no need to increase your blackmail or expose you to the police.
Get rid of?
Does he mean kill?
In fact, if you can manage to eliminate Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes, I think that's what he means.
who not only knows all of your secrets, but also mine, then I will eliminate your blackmail altogether, and we can be done with this terrible business once and for all.
But why make us do it, Body? Why don't you do your dirty work yourself?
Well,
Yeah.
why should I when the 6 of you are so uniquely motivated and armed?
What a patriot.
After all I've done for you, He's a liar. He's a liar. I'm one of you. I'm not even a servant. I'm an indentured servant.
Oh, a familiar refrain. Don't make a scene, Wadsworth. It's over. The police are on their way. Now is your chance. The only way for you to eliminate your blackmail and avoid being on the front pages is for one of you to kill Wadsworth. Now.
Oh, thank God!
Stand back! I'm a doctor!
Gucci, Gucci, goo. He's dead.
Oh my God. Who had the gun?
I did.
Well, if you had the gun, then you must have shot him.
I didn't.
Well, if you didn't, then who did?
I don't know. Somebody grabbed it from my hand, and the next thing I knew, there was a shot.
There's no gunshot wound.
He's right. There isn't.
Look, there's a bullet lodged here.
Eagle eye, Miss Scarlet.
But if the bullet's over here, then how did he die over there?
I don't know. I'm not a forensics expert.
Something else must have killed him.
One of us must have killed him.
Well, don't look at me. I didn't do it.
Neither would I. I would not.
I need a drink.
Maybe Mr. Body was poisoned by the brandy.
There, Miss Peacock.
Well, someone had to stop her screaming.
What? Was the brandy poisoned?
How should I know?
Looks like now we'll never know.
Unless she dies too.
The screams are coming from the billiard room.
Where are we?
It's locked. Who's in there? Who's screaming?
Someone!
Yvette! Yvette, are you all right?
No!
Yvette, are you alive?
Of course I'm alive, you idiot! No thanks to you, Wadsworth. You've locked us in the house and the murderer!
The murderer is here?
Where?
Where? Here! You're all looking at him.
What took you so long?
I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. It's amazing I'm anywhere. I had you all in this study. One of you is the killer.
How could you hear us in
The study. I was listening. I have a tape recorder in the billiard room connected to the study. Monsieur Body asked me to record your conversation.
Now, why would he ask you to do that?
For more evidence, of course. Wadsworth revealed your secrets in the study. Now they are all recorded.
What a snake. I've got to find them. Where are the tapes?
Who cares about the tapes? What about the body?
What body?
Body's body!
But Yvette, why were you screaming in there all by yourself?
I was frightened. I also drink the cognac. Maybe I am poisoned too. Plus, one of you is the killer. Monsieur Body is dead.
We have to figure out which one of them did it.
What do you mean, which one of them?
Well, I didn't do it.
Well, I would have done it. But I didn't have access to a weapon.
Don't look at me. All I got was a candlestick.
Maybe it wasn't one of us.
Who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only the cook.
The cook!
As far as I can tell, the cook is not here.
Thank
A
you.
lovely kitchen. My husband and I had a very similar one in our first brownstone. It's got a delightfully homey feel, doesn't it?
It's the cook! With a dagger in her back!
Someone must have
Didn't
killed her.
do it.
This makes two.
To what?
Murders!
Oh, I hate murders.
I think you'd better explain yourself, Wadsworth.
Me!
Well, who else would have wanted to kill the cook?
Dinner wasn't that bad.
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
It's my defense mechanism.
Some defense. If I were the killer, I would kill you next. I said if. There's only one admitted killer here, and it's not me. It's Mrs. White.
I've
admitted nothing.
You paid the blackmail. How many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's.
Yours?
5.
5?
Yes, just the 5. Husbands should be like Kleenex, soft, strong, and disposable.
Well, if you didn't do it, then who did? Who had the dagger?
It was Mrs. Peacock.
Oh!
I put it down.
Where?
In the study. Any one of you could have picked it up.
Well, it wasn't
I've never seen a dagger. Hey,
Right,
It
that's
wasn't
my line.
Any of you. It must have been Mr. Green.
Ah!
Can somebody please help me?
Good Lord, let him up.
Mr. Green, you really ought to learn to speak up for yourself. Come on.
Oh, my back.
Get up.
Gentlemen, may I suggest we take the cook's body to the study?
Why?
Well, for starters, if the police arrive and they see this, we'll all be under custody for murder. But secondly, I'm the butler. I like to keep the kitchen tidy.
The body's gone.
What are you all staring at?
Nobody.
What do you mean?
No body. No body. Body's body. It's gone.
Maybe he wasn't really dead.
He was.
We should have made sure.
I thought I had.
Well, was he dead or wasn't he?
Maybe he was dead, but somebody moved him.
Who would move him?
And why?
How should I know?
Well, if the body's not here, then where is it?
All this excitement. If you'll excuse me, could I go to the little girl's room?
Oui, madame.
No, I just want to powder my nose.
There is a toilet outside the billiard room.
Not to alarm anybody, but we do currently have the issue of 2 dead bodies, one present and the other missing, and the imminent arrival of the police.
The bridge is washed out. That should buy us some extra time.
But I don't want the extra time. I want the police to arrive now.
But if-
I am trapped in this house with a murderer.
But if the police get here now, then the rest of us are doomed.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking there's no one else in this house?
No.
Then there is someone else in this house?
I'm sorry, Colonel. I said no, meaning yes.
No, meaning yes.
Yes.
Look, I want a straight answer.
Well, don't look at me.
Is there someone else in this house? Yes or no?
No.
No, there is, or no, there isn't.
Yes.
There seems to be some confusion on whether or not there's someone else in this house.
There isn't.
There isn't any confusion, or there isn't anybody else.
Either. Both.
Look, I want a clear answer.
I don't know what the question was.
Is there someone else in this house?
No!
That's what he says, but does he know?
Look, we've got a killer on the loose. The missing dead body of Mr. Body, a cook with a dagger in her back, and all of these easily accessible weapons. The rope, the revolver, the candlestick, the wrench, and hey, where's the lead pipe?
Oh my
It's Mr. Body!
He's attacking her.
Oh my God.
Stand back. I'm a doctor.
He's so bloody.
Gucci, Gucci, goo. He's dead.
That's what you said the last time.
I believe in second chances.
Mr. Potty, dead. Again.
I'm going to faint.
No, I will catch you, Miss Peacock. Sorry.
Mrs. Peacock,
Yes?
where did this happen?
In the bathroom. At first, I thought he was attacking me, but then I realized he must have been propped up against the doorframe, dead, just waiting to fall on someone.
Who would do such a thing?
Takes a lot of guts to kill someone twice.
It's what we call overkill.
But why?
What's the difference?
Makes a difference to him.
Makes a difference to us. We must find out who killed him, where, and with what.
I think it was with the lead pipe.
10 points, Professor Plum.
What kind of game are you playing, Wadsworth?
This is not a game.
You! The lead pipe belonged to you!
But I dropped it on the way to the kitchen.
People just don't drop murder weapons!
I didn't know it was a murder weapon when I dropped it.
So anyone could have picked it up.
Yes, yes, but who did? Who picked up the lead pipe? Who picked up the lead pipe and brutally beat Mr. Barty? And leaving him dead and bloodied. And who did that? Who did that? Who did that? Who? Who did that?
Cool it, Butler. While you're over there losing your marbles, I'm over here trying to do something useful. Have you all forgotten about the evidence against us?
The evidence!
Body's briefcase is locked.
There must be a key.
Mr. Green, would you be so kind as to check Mr. Barty's body for the key to the evidence, to the briefcase, so we may destroy that evidence once and for all?
Well, I suppose.
Why not?
Well, all right.
Where'd you get that?
I don't like germs.
Or fingerprints?
Mostly just germs. Still warm. Ah, got it.
Give it here.
Come on.
It's empty.
Empty! Oh, I told you he was a liar. Had all the evidence in that briefcase. My foot.
We have to find that evidence.
And destroy it.
Evidence against us aside, first things first, we're in a room with 2 dead bodies.
Is it comes to us our way?
Yes.
I suggest we move them to the couch so they look less dead.
Fine.
Yes, yes.
Some party this is turning out to be.
Come in, Mr. Green.
Well, all right.
Careful, you two. Don't get guts on the floor.
Solid battlefield technique, Professor Plum.
Cadavers,
Never leave a man behind.
cadavers are much heavier than they seem, aren't they?
I wouldn't know.
Colonel,
Right, me neither.
Steady.
come on. Ever heard of a
Easy,
salad?
easy.
Here.
Come on.
Get out of the way, Plum.
Fine. Jesus.
Oh, no, not good. Not good. Not good. Help me!
Aren't you all strong
Yeah,
and
prop her
virile?
up. Good. Now they just look asleep.
Forget about the bodies.
Lovers.
We need to do something about this room full of murder weapons and the homicidal maniac on the loose.
I have an idea. We'll put them in the bag.
What good will that do?
Then we'll zip the bag.
Most murderers know how zippers work, Mr. Wadsworth.
Okay, then we'll put the bag in the safe.
Terrific! Where's the safe?
In the hall.
I don't see a safe.
Is that an original Trumbull, Mr. Wadsworth?
Those are quite valuable.
Oh, no, is not the time for art appreciation.
A hidden safe behind a portrait. How original.
There. Locked.
Voila!
And what are you going to do with the key to the safe, Wadsworth?
I'll put it in my pocket.
But what if you're the murderer?
I'm not.
What if you are?
Okay. I'll throw the key outside.
Oui, à l'extérieur! But it's raining à l'extérieur.
I'm not suggesting we go outside. I'm suggesting we stay inside, but we throw the key to the outside.
But you'd have to open the door, wouldn't you?
I would.
What if the killer's outside?
Better out than in.
Precisely. And if we open the door, we run the risk of letting the murderer back in.
But maybe if we open the door, we'd encourage the killer to go out.
The killer seems to be doing a fine job of opening and closing doors all by himself. I don't see how opening the door for one tiny second could possibly make any sort of a difference.
But what if we open the door, throw out the key, and the killer catches it? Then the killer would have the key that we're trying to confiscate.
We might be overthinking this. I'm going to throw the key outside. Follow me.
He didn't look like a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Leave him to me. Interrogation is my specialty.
Oh, God.
No. Here we go.
How do you do?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb the whole household, but my car broke down out here, and I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Are you a killer?
What? No.
All right.
Okay.
This way, please.
All right. Well, where is it?
What, the body?
No!
What body?
No, no. There's nobody.
Right. There's nobody in the study.
No, that phone has been disconnected, but there's a phone in the lounge you can use.
Alrighty.
Yes, yes. Right through this door.
Thank you.
Of course. Of course. All right. He's locked in the lounge. Our task is twofold. One, find the evidence. Two, find the killer.
We've got one potential suspect contained in the lounge.
Yes.
But that leaves the whole rest of this house up for grabs. Who knows what could be behind all these doors?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suggest we handle this in proper military fashion. Split up and search the house.
Split up?
Yes, we'll split up into pairs. That way none of us will be alone.
But if we split up into pairs, whichever one of us is paired with the killer might get killed.
But then we know who the killer is.
But then the other half of the pair would be dead.
This is war, Peacock. Casualties are inevitable. You cannot make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. Every cook will tell you.
But look what happened to the cook.
Colonel, are you willing to take that chance?
What choice do we have?
None.
I suppose you're right.
All right, troops, divide and conquer. I'll split us up into pairs.
No! God, Colonel. Miss White, you're with me. Professor Plum, you're with Miss Peacock. Mr. Green, you're with Yvette. And Miss Scarlet, you're with Miney.
But what if one of us doesn't come back?
Then we'll remember you fondly. Now, leave no door unopened and cherish your partner. They might be the last person you ever see.
Go on. I'll be right behind you.
That's why I'm nervous.
But why? It's just us. We're alone.
That's just it, Miss White. No man in his right mind would ever want to be alone with you.
Fine. You go in there and I'll go in here.
Fine.
Are you going in?
Yes. Are you?
Yes.
On the count of 3. 1, 3.
Nothing in that room.
Nothing in that room either.
Shall we search the ballroom?
After you.
My, this really is quite an impressive library.
Well, how on earth am I supposed to find the evidence if I have no idea what I'm looking for?
Civilized society is perpetually menaced from man's disintegration and hate towards one another.
Your fancy words don't impress me, Professor.
I take no credit, Miss Peacock. Freud. I think he's onto something.
Now is not the time for academic pursuits. We have to find the evidence.
It's a fruitless search, if you ask me. It's not like we're going to walk into a room and find the evidence plastered to a wall.
Well, I suppose you're right.
Come on, let's go upstairs to one of the bedrooms. Maybe we can be excited in there.
Oh, I haven't been excited by something in a bedroom for years.
Oh, my.
I'm a little nervous. I'm at that big house on the hill, and I've been locked in the lounge. You see, I didn't expect there'd be a whole group of people here. I think they're having some sort of party, and the funny thing is, I've been locked in the lounge. And one of them is my regular customer. Yeah, my regular Tuesday night driver.
There you are.
You'll never believe what I found in the hall. Professor Plum's stupid tobacco pipe.
Huh. What do you think that means?
Who knows? Seems suspicious, if you ask me.
I just did.
Honestly, Colonel. This is the last room left to search in this beastly mansion, and we still haven't found the evidence.
I think this time has been productive nevertheless.
Aren't you a Pollyanna?
You're a brave and determined lady, Miss Scarlet. I've really enjoyed this time together. I hope after this expedition ends, we can remain friends. I mean, really, murders aside, this has been a lovely group of people all in all. I suppose I would like to hear Mrs. White explain how and when she lost her veil in the billiard room.
You found White's veil in the billiard room. Odd.
Odd?
Very odd. A trap door! A trap door leading to a secret passage. Come on.
Ladies first, Miss Scarlet.
How heroic.
Where are we now?
How should I know? The lights are off.
Well then, turn them on.
I would if I could see anything.
Well, I'm gonna feel my way around.
Don't get any funny ideas.
A table.
A telephone.
A chair.
A body.
Ah!
A body! Find the door!
Get me out of here!
Help!
Help!
Murder! Help!
Help!
Let us in! Let us in!
Let us out! Let us out!
We can't let you out. The door to the lounge is locked.
You had the key, Wadsworth. You locked the motorist in here.
That's right. I have the keys. No, I don't. The keys are gone.
Gone?
I have an idea.
We'll get you out.
There's a murderer on the loose, please.
There's no
Get us out of
alternative.
here.
Get us out of here! Help us!
I'm just gonna have to break down the door. Oh, God. Stand back. I'm a doctor.
Stand back! I'm a woman!
Oh.
Can somebody please help me?
What
What's
was
going on
that?
out there?
Mr. Green!
Murder!
I will help you!
I am done shooting at you. The door is open. You can come out now.
Good job.
Why were you shooting at us.
To open the door,
But you could have killed us.
I said stand back.
Let's add finding the key to the lounge to our priority list.
Say, Frenchie, where'd you find that gun, anyways?
This safe, it was unlocked.
Unlocked? Impossible! I have the key. The keys are gone.
Gone? Not to beat a dead horse
I
here,
thought
but-
you said you threw away the key, Wadsworth.
I did say that, but I didn't do that because, the motorist. When the motorist came, I was going to throw the key outside, but I must have gotten distracted and forgot. And then, when we were searching the house, one of you must have stolen the key from my pocket.
So, whoever has the keys is the murderer.
Precisely.
Speaking of the murderer, there's a dead body in the lounge, you know. The motorist is dead.
Which one of you killed him?
We found him together.
And he was already dead.
But the door to the lounge was locked.
We went through a secret passage we found in the conservatory.
A secret passage? Who designed this place, Piano?
The Parker brothers.
Quick, I'll hide the gun.
Don't worry. It's not the police.
It's the police. I'm going to open the door.
No!
It's the decent thing to do.
Open the door. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, officer. We've been expecting you.
You have?
We haven't.
I got a tip about an abandoned car left near the gates of this house. Did a motorist stop by for help by any chance?
No!
Yes.
There seems to be some disagreement. At any rate, can I come in and use the phone?
No!
Of course you may, sir. You may use the phone in the lounge.
Out of order.
Right, that's my mistake. You may use the phone in the study.
Occupied!
No, you may use the phone in the library, officer.
What's going on in the lounge and study?
Lounging, studying. We're so distraught because our favorite chandelier just fell down.
Yes,
I designed it.
It could have killed us, but don't worry. The maid will clean it up.
That's all well and good, but what's going on in the lounge and study?
Lounging, studying.
Let me have a look.
What? No, thank you.
Excuse me?
No, thank you, officer. No, I will give you a grand tour of Party Manor. So, did you know that this house is built for Lord Reginald Butty by his Butty in 1874?
We've got to cover our tracks and get rid of this guy.
But did you know that he became Lord Reginald Butty when somebody discovered an antibody that would save everybody? And then, officer, notice the mahogany floors. Did you know in the 17th century, Buccaneer John Esquilling was recorded to be the first person ever to use mahogany for the making of canoes? Can you canoe, officer?
What?
Notice the brass doorknobs. They may not look brass because they're painted black, but they were built for Lord Reginald Butty by his Butty in 1784. I'm sorry.
I don't care about your doorknobs, mister. What's going on around here? What are you hiding in those two rooms?
Which two rooms?
The lounge and study.
Those two rooms.
Gonna
No, officer! You mustn't go in there.
Why not?
I'm afraid it's just all too shocking. Oh, God.
Hello, officer. Welcome to the party.
Excuse me.
You are excused.
Pardon me.
Good night, officer.
Good night. That wasn't all that shocking, mister. Those folks were just having a good time. Why don't you tell me this was a party?
Oh, my apologies, sir.
I'll just take a look at the lounge now, if you don't mind.
Well, I do mind. Oh, God.
Good evening, officer.
Are these men drunk?
Dead drunk.
Want a sip?
No, thank you. I can't drink while on the job. The cheap would kill me.
Kills you if you do, kills you if you don't.
Has a good evening, ossifers.
Same to you. Well?
I I can explain everything, officer.
No explanation necessary. There's nothing illegal about any of this.
There's not?
Of course not. This is America, and that was the pursuit of happiness.
They were quite happy, I suppose.
Yes, yes. May I use the phone in the what did you say?
In the library?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
yes, of course. The library, right this way. Hopefully this time the door handle doesn't break.
What does that mean?
That's silly of them. All right, you can come out now. Well done, all of you. Very impressive.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sweaty.
You don't say.
All right, I've locked him in the library.
How'd you do that? I thought you didn't have your keys.
Well, I didn't have my right pocket. I didn't have my right pocket keys, but my left pocket keys are intact.
Right.
Now, we have to finish searching the manor. The police are on their way.
But the police already came.
Not the broken down car police, the criminal investigation police.
Yes. Now, we must find the evidence and quickly. We cannot afford any more murders. This is getting very dangerous. Dangerous. Now go! Go!
Hello? Hello? Power outage? Must be the storm.
Hello? Who turned out the lights? Hello? Oh, it's just you. I thought you was a killer.
Oh, hello? Hello? Is there anyone there? Can you hear me? Is this phone working?
Oh, is that a clue? What is that you have in your hand?
Oh, you can finally hear me. You see, I found this abandoned car and wound up in this old mansion where all the lights just went out. I'm telling you, Chief, there's something funny going on around here. And most important, you'll never believe who I just saw. Psst. No!
Mustard, can I hold
Why
your
are the
hand?
lights off?
All right, Miss
I don't
Scarlet.
care when the lights
Wadsworth?
You know, this reminds me of my childhood.
Wadsworth, is that you?
No. Is this Miss
Darkness.
Peacock?
Oh,
I've
yes,
missed
yes,
you,
yes.
darling.
It's so
Yvette, I've
nice.
missed.
You're not Miss Scarlet.
Do you hear that?
Sounds like a telephone is off the hook.
It's coming from the library.
That's where the killer must be.
I'm going in.
Aren't you afraid?
Of course.
Of what, though? A fate worse than death?
No, just death.
Fair enough.
Excuse me, Mr. Officer, sir. Can I get you anything of assistance? Maybe a phone book? We have phones in every house. Plenty of
Hey,
phone books.
listen here, copper. You heard the butler. He asked you a question. Now hang up the phone or else I'll...
We should be safe here in the billiard room.
I don't feel safe.
I cannot relax.
How about a round of pool to pass the time?
Yes, I love pool. Billiards are my favorite sport.
I don't have my swim trunks.
Da 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 da. I am your singing telegram.
Oh, God. Whew. Rest your soul, rest your soul. Three murders in 3 minutes.
That's our best record.
3 murders.
6 altogether.
The cook, Mr. Body, the motorist, the cop, Yvette, and the singing telegram girl.
But who is the murderer?
Ain't that the million-dollar question?
Sometimes I feel like the most obvious answers are the ones that are right under our noses, like your mustache, sir. Like right under your noses. So I think it's best course of action that we retrace our steps. It all started like this. In the beginning of the night, there was thunder, lightning, dogs barked. Ding dong, Colonel Mustard. Ding dong, Miss White, who noticed Yvette. Then Miss Peacock, who noticed the cook. Then Mr. Green, sit. Oh, no, not you, sir, please come in. Then Professor Plum, Miss Scarlet, gong! Dinner is served. Well, that was more like cocktail minute. To the dining room. Shark's fin soup? Oh, my favorite. Yummy, yum. Yummy, yum. Yummy, yummy. But then Mr. Body arrived and we all went to the study. Coffee? Brandy? Who is this body fella, butler? How'd you do? Then Mr. Body asked me to pass out the packages. Oh no, it's a rope. But then Mr. Body turned off the lights. Now, Mr. Body was dead, but not really. Really, he was alive, but we didn't know that. Then Miss Peacock drank his drink. Poison! Someone had to stop her screaming, and then we heard to the billiard room. But Miss Peacock joined us late. I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. And then Miss White asked, well, who else was in the house? To which we all replied, the cook! Who we found knifed in the back. Oh God, gross. Oh God, blood, guts, germs. Will someone get me out of here? May I suggest we take the cook's body to the study? But Mr. Body's body was gone. But then Miss Peacock entered with Body's body on her body because Body had been bludgeoned in his bean. And then the briefcase, empty. Oh, and then the motors arrived. Are you a killer? And then I locked him in the lounge, dead. And then the unexpected cop showed up. You're all acting rather peculiar. Can you canoe? Dead. Then the maid got strangled in the billiard room. Dead. Which brings us to I am Bang! And here we all are.
Bravo!
Impressive, Wadsworth.
But what does it prove?
Nothing. Well,
Enough of this. I know who the killer is.
You
do?
I do.
All right. We're listening, Miss Scarlet. Who do you accuse?
It was Professor Plum in the hall with the revolver.
Liar!
We all heard your gun go off, and I found your stupid tobacco pipe right here while we were searching the house. When'd you drop it, huh? While scoping out the best vantage point to kill your next victim. I bet that poor singing telegram girl was an old patient of yours. Right.
I never saw that girl once in my life.
Well, the
it wasn't
gun
me.
Is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the gun is well done, Wadsworth.
You won't be able to prove anything if you're all dead.
That may be so, but if we're alive, officers, There's your man.
Well done, Wadsworth.
That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. I'm handcuffs, chief of police. And Professor Plum, you're coming with me.
That's not how it happened. It happened like this.
We're listening, Professor. Who do you accuse?
It was Colonel Mustard in the lounge with the wrench.
I never lounge.
I found your Medal of Honor in the lounge where the motorist was killed by a wrench to the head, and the wrench belonged to you.
It is a lie.
Well, the wrench is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the wrench is the killer.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Oh,
I will.
officers,
Don't worry, Mr.
there's
Connor.
your man. Not a kernel of truth in him.
Well done, Wadsworth.
That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Guilty verdict, chief of police. Colonel Mustard, you're coming with me.
But that's not how it happened. It happened like this.
We're listening, Colonel. Who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. White in the billiard room with the rope.
I would rather die.
I found your veil in the billiard room, and I saw how you cringed tonight when Yvette served you dinner.
Ha!
Yes, it's true. I knew Yvette. She had a torrid love affair with my late husband. I hated her. I hated her so much. It flames on the side of my face. Breathing, heaving breaths. But just because I hated her doesn't mean I killed her.
Well, the rope is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. And ladies,
Well done, Wadsworth. That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Mark my words, chief of police. Miss White.
It happened like this.
Miss White, who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. Peacock in the kitchen with the dagger. I found your feather by the cord.
The dagger is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets.
Well done, Wadsworth. That's what I said. Yes, well, I'm saying it now.
Bury the hatchet.
Chief of police!
But that's not how it happened.
It happened like this.
It was Miss Scarlet in the library with the candlestick. Maximum, chief of police.
You can't do this to me.
Frankly, Miss Scarlet, I don't give a damn. But that's not how it happened. It really happened like this. I know who the killer is.
Who?
All of you! Please, you're all killers.
You can't prove anything, Mr. Wadsworth.
I'm not Mr. Wadsworth. I'm Mr. Body.
Well, if you're body, well, how can you be body if body bled all over me?
It wasn't Body who was bleeding.
But if Body wasn't Body, then who was he?
He was Wadsworth, my butler.
But if you're the real Mr. Body, what was your purpose in dragging this all out?
Well, when you started killing people, I thought I'd roll the dice, see if you'd self-implode, kill off my entire network of spies and informers, which you all did splendidly, by the way, and graciously leaving your fingerprints on every glass, doorknob, and dead body. And now I got each and every one of you on the hook for murder.
Murder?
Bribery for petty crimes is one thing, but murder, that could get expensive.
But why this whole charade?
The searching of the house, the retracing of our steps.
Oh, well, that was just part of the game.
Game?
Well, I'm relaxed now, you see. And since you killed off anybody who had evidence against me, I've gotten off scot-free.
Ha! You'll never get away with any of this. The police will be here any minute.
What's so funny?
Nobody's called the police, have they?
They were never on their way.
Now listen up, you reprobates. Stop crying! Now listen up, you reprobates. We're gonna stack the bodies in the cellar one at a time, and we're gonna leave Body Manor and forget like any of this ever happened.
I can't forget all this.
With murder on the menu, the price of bribery just tripled.
Forgotten, friend.
Now go!
Wait a minute. Hold my purse.
As you wish.
We can all rush him. He's got no more bullets left in that gun.
Oh, I'm not going to fall for that old trick.
It's not a trick. There was 1 shot at Mr. Body in the study, 2 for the chandelier, 2 for the lounge door, and 1 for the singing telegram
That's
girl.
not 6.
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
Nuh-uh. There was only one shot at the chandelier, so that would be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
Even if you were right, which you aren't, that would be 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, not 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
No, because it would be 1 plus... Shut up! The point is, there is 1 bullet left in this gun, and whoever moves is gonna get it.
So you're just gonna keep blackmailing all of us and we're supposed to pretend like this never happened?
Of course. Why not?
I'll tell you why not. Larry Goodman, FBI. The jig is up.
Or is it? Missed me.
Come on.
You're FBI?
Apparently I'm a dead ringer for Green. He got a letter, just like each of you, but he came to Bureau to ask for help. I took his place tonight so we could set up a sting operation.
Some sting? 6 people died on your watch.
I usually work the desk. My beat is property crime. You know, theft, fraud. That's why I was so tickled when the real Mr. Wadsworth risked his neck to drop off a whole briefcase worth of evidence last night.
You had the evidence this whole time?
It's all here. Miss Scarlett's books, including names of customers and employees justifying why she killed the cop, listed here on her payroll.
Give me that.
And a love letter addressed to Professor Plum.
That's private property.
That singing telegram girl was the teenage daughter of the head of the you-know-who. Who would have come clean to Daddy? Who would have cleaned out Professor Plum so you killed her?
Now, see here, I am a respect...
And these negatives, Colonel, and hold on a second. And these negatives, Colonel, quite the regular at Miss Scarlett's establishment. I bet you couldn't be a colonel anymore if that motorist hadn't formed your general where he drives you on Tuesday nights.
I just wanted somebody to talk with.
Shark's fin soup indeed, Miss Peacock. Too bad that old cook couldn't keep quiet. If only she hadn't blabbed about your briberies, maybe you wouldn't have killed her just before meeting us outside the billiard room. Now we really know it took you so long.
Circumstantial evidence will never hold up in a court of law.
But this notarized record from the cook will. And Miss White, you weren't lying, were you? You really did hate Yvette.
Flames on the side of
Okay,
my...
we get it. Here's a container holding fingerprints of your previous murders.
I never murdered my husband.
Fingerprints I'm sure the FBI will be able to match to those found on the noose tied around Yvette's neck.
I wore gloves.
You mean these? And last but not least, Mr. Bobby Body.
It's Robert.
You didn't hate Yvette at all, did you?
What's it to you?
Illicit green card love affair is the icing on the cake of the FBI file. An FBI file on the whole Body family. Your butler, the real Wadsworth, has been feeding us information for months. Talk about a real American.
He was British.
You know what I mean. I see why you'd want to kill him. Twice your shot missed him in the study, but he wisely played dead. Wasn't until you caught him trying to escape that you bludgeoned him to death with the lead pipe I dropped on my way to the kitchen.
I mean, seriously, who drops a murder weapon?
I didn't know it was a murder! The Body family has been wanted for organized crimes for generations, but they've always eluded the law. Until now. Tonight, the Body business has come to a dead end.
You leave my family out of...
Lord.
Second wind! Smile. So what songs do you play, sir? I'm going. I'm gone.
This man is dead.
Not yet!
Ah!
a song, you're the piano man. Play me a song. Oh, Colonel! Mama. Larry. It's so dark. It was a dark and stormy. I now.
Easy. Make sure.
I tell ya, this has been the most exciting night I've had in a long time. And now you're all under arrest. Officers! Here are the criminals we've been looking for, and you'll find their confessions we've been looking for in the billiard room.
The tapes!
All right. Who done it?
She did it!
They all did it. But if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, it was me, Special Agent Larry Goodman, in the hall with my gun.
Well done, Goodman.
That's what he said!
And that's how it really... I'll just put this away. Okay, Chief, take him away. I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.